So number 2 here, for 0 to 31, our time between 0 and 31, the rate of change of the number of mosquitoes on Tropical Island, T days, is modeled by R of T equals 5 times the square root of T, cosine of T over 5 mosquitoes per day. So again, big thing here, this is a rate of change, right? Mosquitoes per day. Even though this is R of T, you can almost think of this like a derivative because it's a rate of change. It says there are 1,000 mosquitoes on Tropical Island at T equals 0. So that's our starting amount. Part A asks us to show that the number of mosquitoes is increasing at T equals 6. Well, this is our rate, right? This is a rate, how much they're increasing per day. So if it's increasing, what kind of a value should we get for that rate? Positive. So all we have to show is that that's going to be positive. Now we could just do R of 6 equals 5 square root of 6 cosine of 6 over 5 in our calculator. We just kind of plug it in like that. But what I'm going to do is, in my calculator, since I'm doing like 4 parts to this problem dealing with this function, I'm going to put that function in for y sub 1. All right, so my y sub 1 is 5 square root of x cosine of x over 5. Some of the things we're going to do today on this problem, we talked about in the calculator review for the AP review, like our very first one. A lot of people didn't go to that, but there are videos on how to do these things online on the website. But here's our function. Now, instead of like just going here and typing all that stuff in, which isn't hard, but with more complicated functions with lots of parentheses, exponents, roots, those kind of things, it might be easier to do it this way. If you go to vars and then y vars and function, we get y sub 1, which is the equation that we put it in for. Now if I put parentheses around 6 right next to that, this is like function notation. I'm telling the calculator to put 6 into this function, and it does the work for me. Now if you have an older calculator, it's not showing up. Alright, with an old calculator, steps are going to be pretty similar. You're going to do vars, y vars, and you're still going to have function and y sub 1, and just put the parentheses in. So this one doesn't really change much with the old calculator. The next one, there'll be a little bit of a difference. But when we did that, we got 4.438. Right, so we get a positive value. It says to show the number of mosquitoes is increasing. Well, since that's positive, it's increasing. Right, since R of 6 is greater than 0, the number of mosquitoes is increasing. All right, so that's it for part